Now, there's been one of the most politically charged showdowns of the Olympics earlier. North Korea and South Korea have been battling it out at the XL Arena in the table tennis. The match was closer than expected, second seed South Korea winning 3-1. Well, I'm joined in the studio now by Bouzou, who is the president of Peace and Sport, an organisation that tries to resolve conflict through the means of sport. And it brought the two countries, which are technically still at war, together to play table tennis last there. Joël, thank you. This is a very interesting fixture. Normally these countries are separated by a heavily armed border. Today they were separated by just a table tennis table. How have you found that sport improves relations, even in a temporary sense?
Sport has the capacity to break the ice and to bring the people together. Despite the fact that, as you say, they are technically at war. We could even last year in Qatar, with the support of the International Federation of Table Tennis, bring them together and play in double with the acceptance of both authorities of the two countries. So it shows what sport can do, bring these people together, even bringing diplomats together so they can talk to each other and maybe prepare for a better future.
How do the two sides behave around each other at an event like yours? What is the body language like?
Very friendly. And I can tell you, we had a press conference before the event. It was like a family. The coaches were greeting each other. They speak the same language. The athletes were so happy, and they won the competition.
That's extraordinary that you say. I mean, even like a family. But when you look at the picture between the two countries diplomatically, things are very, very bad between them. The sport obviously hasn't filtered out or translated into action between the two countries on a wider sense. It's just these isolated pockets, would you say?
Isolate? I don't know. I think these are steps, and they are important steps. If the frame of sport can bring people together without interference of others and give the possibility for them to discuss on concrete things on the side of sport, I think that sport is great in that case.
I know your organisation, it's not just obviously to do with North Korea, South Korea, it is really talking about this in a global sense. What good do you feel that you can do? Are you, as a former Olympian yourself, is there a role for all Olympians? There must be many of them out there now. What can they do?
They can do a lot. For example, they can attract Hutu and Tutsi to play together in friendship games on the border between DRC, the Congo, and Burundi and Rwanda. In places where genocide has happened, in places which have been emptied from people, they bring them together and they play in teams. And the local leaders are there. We can do that on local. But globally, when you have 100,000 Olympians, 100,000 role models in the world, in 137 countries. Imagine what we can do all together to attract kids from the slums, from underprivileged places, to sport. The sport of the federations, the sport which is organized, the sport where there is a rule. And from that rule, we can build up for the rule in society.
Sure, Bouzou, thank you so much indeed for coming in.
Thank you.
We have just